Your brain is a mystery, faster than you think, sharper than you realize. Today, we'll explore 100 psychology facts that reveal how your mind really works. Facts that will surprise you, change how you think, and maybe even change your life. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Your brain can recognize a familiar face in just 100 milliseconds, faster than you can blink. This lightning speed helps you navigate social life effortlessly. Ever wondered why memories of people linger vividly? Science shows that emotional connections amplify recognition. Your brain prioritizes faces it knows, wiring social bonds deeply. Even tiny expressions can trigger a cascade of neurons that shape your day without you realizing it. Chapter 2. Multitasking isn't real. Your brain switches tasks rapidly instead. When you think you're handling two things at once, your neurons are actually pausing one activity while engaging the other. This constant switching makes you slower and more prone to mistakes. Yet your brain feels busy, giving an illusion of productivity. Understanding this helps you focus better and reduce mental fatigue, reshaping how you approach work and study. Chapter 3. Your brain craves novelty like a survival instinct. Encountering something new triggers dopamine, the feel-good chemical. That tiny rush reinforces learning, memory, and curiosity. It explains why humans are drawn to stories, adventures, and even memes online. Novelty sparks attention, sharpening your senses in a fraction of a second. By consciously seeking fresh experiences, your brain rewires itself for creativity, alertness, and mental resilience. Chapter 4. Memories aren't exact recordings. They are reconstructed every time you recall them. Your brain edits details, sometimes adding what didn't happen. This reconstructive nature explains why two people remember the same event differently. The hippocampus and cortex work together, blending facts with emotions. Being aware of this can improve learning, storytelling, and even your understanding of personal experiences, showing how your mind shapes reality rather than just recording it. Chapter 5. The brain has a negativity bias. Bad experiences linger longer than good ones. This survival mechanism helped ancestors avoid danger. Even small criticisms trigger stronger reactions than compliments. However, gratitude practices can counteract this, releasing serotonin and balancing emotions. By training attention toward positive details, your brain can rewire patterns, enhancing well-being. Small shifts in perception change how you experience everyday life, subtly but powerfully. Chapter 6. Your subconscious mind influences 95% of decisions before you consciously notice them. Tiny cues like body language, colors, or smells trigger neural pathways shaping choices. Even before awareness, your brain evaluates options, predicts outcomes, and nudges behavior. Understanding this helps in communication, marketing, and self-reflection. The conscious mind often only rationalizes decisions after the subconscious has already acted, showing the hidden layers of mental processing. Chapter 7. Humans are wired for social validation. The brain releases dopamine when others approve of us. Likes on social media, compliments, even small acknowledgements activate reward circuits. This explains why peer feedback drives behavior and shapes habits. Yet, the brain's craving for approval can be managed by self-awareness, reducing dependence on external validation. Chapter 8. Your brain loves patterns, even when they don't exist. Pareidolia makes you see faces in clouds, shapes in shadows, and hidden meanings in randomness. This tendency helped ancestors detect threats early, but can also create illusions. Recognizing patterns triggers pleasure centers, making learning addictive. This explains why puzzles, games, and mysteries feel rewarding. Your brain's pattern-seeking nature is a blend of curiosity, survival, and joy, shaping perception subtly every day. Chapter 9. Sleep is essential for memory consolidation. During deep sleep, the brain replays daily experiences, strengthening neural connections. Dreams aren't random. They help process emotions and solve problems subconsciously. Lack of sleep impairs attention, creativity, and decision-making. Understanding this rewiring process emphasizes why rest is as crucial as learning. Your brain cleans toxins, reinforces learning, and even sparks innovation while you're unconscious, making sleep a menta. Chapter 10. Mirror neurons make empathy possible. Watching someone yawn, smile, or express fear activates the same circuits in your brain as if it were happening to you. This neural mirroring shapes social understanding, compassion, and learning through imitation. It explains why stories, movies, and gestures evoke strong emotional responses. Your brain doesn't just observe, it simulates, predicts, and feels, subtly guiding social behavior and connecting you to the world in ways you barely notice. Chapter 11. Your brain can process images faster than words. A single picture can be recognized in just 13 milliseconds. That's why visual storytelling sticks in memory more than text alone. Advertising, education, and social media rely on this. The occipital lobe rapidly decodes visuals, triggering emotions and memories. Your brain favors images, linking meaning and feelings instantly, making learning and recall far more efficient. Chapter 12. Decision fatigue is real. Your brain's willpower depletes with repeated choices. Every small decision consumes glucose and mental energy. That's why after a long day, even simple tasks feel exhausting. Planning, habits, and routines conserve this energy. By automating choices, your brain reserves focus for critical moments. Understanding this explains why successful people minimize trivial decisions, protecting their cognitive resources for important challenges. Chapter 13. Music literally changes your brain chemistry. Listening to songs you love releases dopamine and reduces stress hormones. The auditory cortex communicates with emotion centers, triggering pleasure and motivation. Even instrumental music improves focus, creativity, and memory. Rhythm and melody guide neural activity, syncing attention and emotions. Your brain responds as if it's experiencing movement, storytelling, or social interaction, making music a natural cognitive enhancer. Chapter 14. The brain exaggerates time during emergencies. When in danger, minutes feel like hours. This hyper-awareness comes from the amygdala and heightened adrenaline, sharpening perception and reaction speed. Even everyday stress can distort time perception subtly. Understanding this can help you stay calm under pressure. Your brain's temporal distortion isn't an error. It's a survival tool, prioritizing attention when every second could matter. Chapter 15. Your brain dislikes uncertainty. Ambiguity triggers the anterior cingulate cortex, causing anxiety or restlessness. Humans crave predictability because it reduces mental effort and risk. That's why habits, routines, and planning feel comforting. Yet, small challenges and surprises stimulate growth and creativity. By balancing stability and novelty, your brain maintains focus, reduces stress, and enhances learning. Chapter 16. Laughter is contagious because of mirror neurons and social bonding circuits. Hearing laughter triggers your brain to respond similarly, strengthening connections and reducing stress. It releases endorphins, improving mood, immunity, and even pain tolerance. Shared laughter builds trust, cooperation, and memory. Your brain treats humor as a social signal, not just entertainment. This shows that joy and connection are neurologically intertwined. Shaping behavior in subtle but powerful ways. Chapter 17. Your brain loves storytelling because it activates multiple regions simultaneously. Auditory, visual, emotional, and sensory areas light up when you listen to a narrative. Facts alone are less engaging. Stories create empathy, retention, and anticipation. This is why humans cast knowledge through myths, movies, and anecdotes. Your brain experiences events vicariously, learning lessons without direct risk. Storytelling isn't entertainment, it's mental simulation, shaping behavior. Chapter 18. Cognitive dissonance happens when your brain holds conflicting beliefs. This tension activates the anterior cingulate cortex, pushing you to resolve the contradiction. People justify actions, change beliefs, or ignore facts to restore harmony. This mechanism maintains mental stability even at the cost of truth. By recognizing dissonance, you can consciously adjust beliefs or behaviors. Your brain constantly seeks internal balance. Subtly guiding choices and attitudes every day. Chapter 19. Your brain is more likely to remember emotionally charged events. The amygdala enhances memory encoding during stress or joy, linking details with feelings. That's why first loves, accidents, or surprises stay vivid for years. Even small emotional triggers can bring back detailed recollections. Emotional salience acts as a memory amplifier, making your brain prioritize experiences that matter. This shows that memory isn't just recording, it's filtering for significance. Chapter 20. The brain interprets body language faster than words. Posture, gestures, and microexpressions convey emotion before speech. This nonverbal communication activates mirror neurons and social cognition centers. People subconsciously read trust, threat, or intent in fractions of a second. Awareness of this can improve relationships, negotiation, and teaching. Your brain relies on subtle cues to navigate the social world, showing that actions often speak louder than words neurologically. Chapter 21. Your brain constantly predicts the future. The prefrontal cortex uses past experiences to anticipate outcomes and guide decisions. This prediction occurs even before conscious thought. When you feel a gut instinct, it's your brain running simulations silently. Awareness of this can improve planning and reduce mistakes. Your mind doesn't just react, it forecasts, preparing you for what's likely to happen next. Chapter 22. The brain can rewire itself through neuroplasticity. Learning, practice, and even meditation strengthen neural pathways, changing how you think, feel, and act. This flexibility means intelligence and habits aren't fixed. Repetition creates efficiency, while challenges create growth. Every thought and action subtly reshapes circuits, proving your brain is more sculptor than sculpture, capable of lifelong adaptation and improvement. Chapter 23. Your brain overestimates control in random events. Chapter 24. Stress affects the hippocampus, impairing memory and learning. chronic stress floods the brain with cortisol, shrinking neural connections. Yet, short bursts can enhance alertness and performance. Your brain balances risk and adaptation, showing why small challenges are healthy, but prolonged pressure harms cognition. Understanding this helps manage productivity, emotions, and resilience effectively. Chapter 25. Your brain stores implicit memory, skills, and habits separately from facts. Riding a bike or typing doesn't require conscious recall. The cerebellum and basal ganglia handle these routines. This division allows efficiency, freeing the conscious mind for new tasks. Implicit memory shows how your brain optimizes energy, blending learning, automation, and skill seamlessly for everyday life. Chapter 26. Decision-making is influenced by framing. The way options are presented changes brain response. A 90% success feels different from 10% failure, even if identical. The prefrontal cortex evaluates framing, shaping choices unconsciously. Understanding this bias improves reasoning, negotiation, and marketing. Your brain doesn't just compute facts, it interprets context, making perception a central player in decisions. Chapter 27. Your brain reacts to anticipation as strongly as actual rewards. Expecting something pleasurable triggers dopamine release, often before the event occurs. This explains excitement for vacations, gifts, or achievements. Anticipation motivates behavior, enhances focus, and increases pleasure when fulfilled. Your mind experiences future rewards in advance, shaping motivation and action before reality even arrives. Chapter 28. Your brain can fill in gaps in vision. The visual cortex completes missing information, creating illusions or seamless perception. Blind spots in the eye go unnoticed because the brain predicts continuity. This predictive coding ensures efficiency, but can trick perception. Awareness of this shows your brain isn't a passive recorder. It actively constructs reality from limited input. Chapter 29. The brain values consistency in self-image. When behavior conflicts with self-perception, cognitive dissonance arises, triggering discomfort. People adjust actions or beliefs to restore alignment. This drives habits, decisions, and social behavior. By understanding this, you can consciously reshape self-concept and actions. Your mind strives for internal harmony, influencing choices more than external logic. Chapter 30. Humans are wired to detect threats faster than rewards. The amygdala prioritizes fear signals, enhancing survival. Even subtle danger cues activate attention instantly. This bias can make negative news more impactful than positive events. Recognizing this tendency allows better emotional regulation. Your brain's threat detection is ancient, yet still dominates perception, shaping attention and decision-making constantly. Chapter 31. Your brain loves rewards that are immediate. Instant gratification triggers dopamine, reinforcing behavior quickly. Delayed rewards require patience and self-control, activating the prefrontal cortex. This explains why small wins motivate more than distant goals. By understanding this, you can design habits, learning, or productivity in ways that align with your brain's reward system, improving success and consistency. Chapter 32. Your brain can misattribute emotions to the wrong source. Feeling anxious in a dark alley might be mistaken for excitement later in a movie. The amygdala processes emotional arousal separately from context, sometimes confusing signals. Recognizing this helps manage stress, relationships, and decision-making. Your mind's interpretation of feelings can be more influential than the events causing them. Chapter 33. Humans have a confirmation bias. The brain favors information that matches existing beliefs. The prefrontal cortex filters facts to reduce discomfort from contradictions. This affects learning, arguments, and decision-making. Being aware of this allows conscious thinking and reduces errors. Your brain seeks harmony over accuracy, subtly shaping perception and memory to fit expectations rather than reality. Chapter 34. Your brain processes social rejection similarly to physical pain. The anterior cingulate cortex lights up when excluded or criticized. That's why heartbreak or social embarrassment feels physically painful. Social pain motivates reconnection and adaptation. Understanding this neural overlap helps explain behavior, empathy, and relationship dynamics. Your brain treats belonging as essential for survival, not just comfort. Chapter 35. The brain can overvalue scarcity. When resources seem limited, dopamine increases, heightening desire. This explains consumer behavior, urgency in decision-making, and perceived value. Scarcity triggers ancient survival instincts in a modern context. By recognizing this, you can control impulses, understand marketing psychology, and make more rational choices, balancing instinct with reasoning. Chapter 36. Your brain constantly seeks meaning. Pattern recognition, storytelling, and causality give events coherence. When meaning is absent, it creates discomfort or anxiety. Religion, culture, and science all satisfy this drive. This explains why humans create narratives, even for randomness. Awareness of this tendency helps interpret events rationally, while satisfying the brain's need for coherence. Chapter 37. Your brain underestimates how habits form. Repeated behavior strengthens basal ganglia pathways, making actions automatic. Breaking or creating habits requires repeated, consistent effort over weeks. Awareness of this neurological process allows deliberate habit design. Your brain prioritizes efficiency, converting conscious effort into unconscious routine, shaping life subtly but powerfully. Chapter 38. Humans tend to overestimate emotional impact of events. Anticipated joy or fear often feels stronger than reality. The brain's effective forecasting exaggerates future feelings, activating amygdala and prefrontal cortex. Recognizing this bias improves decision-making and emotional regulation. Your mind interprets events through predicted emotion, not objective reality, guiding choices in unexpected ways. Chapter 39. Your brain remembers unusual details better than ordinary ones. Distinctiveness triggers hippocampal activity, enhancing memory. This explains why bizarre stories, strange objects, or unexpected moments stick. By creating novelty or contrast, learning and recall improve. Your brain prioritizes uniqueness, filtering ordinary information while spotlighting what stands out, shaping memory for survival and curiosity. Chapter 40. The brain is wired for empathy through observation. Seeing another's action triggers mirror neurons, simulating the experience internally. Pain, joy, or effort activates similar neural pathways as if you experienced it yourself. This allows learning, social bonding, and moral understanding. Your brain constantly models others' experiences, bridging perception and action in ways you may never notice. Chapter 41. Your brain processes fear faster than reasoning. The amygdala reacts to threats instantly, sometimes before conscious thought. This fast pathway protects survival, but can trigger overreactions in modern life. Understanding this helps manage anxiety and stress. Your mind prioritizes danger signals automatically, showing how ancient instincts influence everyday decisions without you realizing it. Chapter 42. The brain can create false memories. Suggestion, imagination, or repetition can implant events that never happened. The hippocampus and prefrontal cortex integrate these details with real memories. This explains why eyewitness accounts vary. Awareness of memory's malleability improves learning, storytelling, and legal accuracy. Your brain doesn't always record reality. It reconstructs it creatively. Chapter 43. Humans are wired for social comparison. Observing others' success or failure triggers reward and emotion circuits. This can motivate or discourage, depending on mindset. Your prefrontal cortex evaluates status relative to peers constantly. Awareness of this tendency can reduce envy, increase motivation, and improve personal growth. Your brain measures social standing, subtly guiding behavior and ambition. Chapter 44. Your brain experiences cognitive load when multitasking. Switching between tasks consumes attention and slows processing. The prefrontal cortex struggles with too much input simultaneously. Minimizing distractions improves efficiency, memory, and decision-making. Understanding this helps design work, study, and daily routines. Your brain functions best when focused, proving that less can truly be more. Chapter 45. The brain reacts strongly to novelty. New experiences trigger dopamine, activating learning and reward circuits. Even small changes in routine can boost creativity and motivation. Novelty enhances memory encoding, making events more vivid. Your brain craves stimulation and exploration, explaining curiosity, play, and innovation. By embracing newness, you actively reshape neural pathways for growth. Chapter 46. Humans tend to follow habits automatically. The basal ganglia encodes repeated behaviors, freeing conscious thought. Habits reduce effort but can become limiting if unexamined. Understanding habit loops allows intentional change, from health to productivity. Your brain seeks efficiency, turning repeated actions into effortless routines, shaping daily life silently but powerfully. Chapter 47. Your brain exaggerates the importance of first impressions. The primacy effect makes initial encounters disproportionately influential. Snap judgments are stored and reinforced by emotional memory, shaping opinions long-term. Awareness of this bias helps mitigate unfair assumptions and improves social interactions. Your mind prioritizes early information, subtly guiding perception and relationships. Chapter 48. The brain responds to music with emotion and movement. Listening activates auditory, motor, and limbic regions, producing pleasure, memory enhancement, and motivation. Rhythm can synchronize attention and behavior. Music isn't just entertainment, it's neurological stimulation. Your brain experiences harmony physically and emotionally, making it a natural tool for mood, learning, and connection. Chapter 49. Your brain constantly predicts outcomes based on experience. The prefrontal cortex models possibilities before conscious thought. This predictive function enables intuition, fast decision-making, and planning. Gut feelings reflect countless micro-assessments happening invisibly. Understanding this mechanism improves foresight, risk management, and creativity. Your mind is a forecasting machine, shaping action long before awareness. Chapter 50. Humans are wired to detect patterns and anomalies. The brain rewards recognition with dopamine, reinforcing learning. Even illusions or coincidences trigger satisfaction. Pattern seeking aids survival, memory, and understanding. Awareness of this can improve problem solving, creativity, and critical thinking. Your brain doesn't passively observe, it actively organizes chaos into meaning, shaping perception and behavior. Chapter 51. Your brain reacts to storytelling as if it's experiencing events firsthand. Auditory, visual, and emotional areas light up simultaneously. Facts alone are less memorable. Stories create empathy and anticipation. This simulation helps learning, problem-solving, and social understanding. Your mind doesn't just listen, it participates, predicting actions and emotions, making narrative a powerful tool for memory and connection. Chapter 52. Your brain overestimates risk when uncertain. Ambiguity triggers the amygdala, causing heightened fear. This bias helped ancestors survive, but today it can lead to unnecessary caution. Understanding this can improve decision-making and emotional control. Your mind prioritizes potential danger over rational calculation, subtly shaping choices in ways you rarely notice. Chapter 53. Humans crave social connection. The brain releases oxytocin during bonding, strengthening trust and empathy. Social interaction isn't just emotional, it's neurological. Loneliness triggers stress circuits and affects health. Your mind depends on relationships for survival, not just happiness. Recognizing this can improve communication, collaboration, and mental well-being, highlighting the biochemical basis of human connection. Chapter 54. The brain loves repetition. Repeated exposure strengthens neural pathways, making tasks easier and learning faster. This applies to habits, memory, and skill acquisition. Yet novelty is equally important to maintain attention and growth. Balancing repetition and variety optimizes mental performance. Your brain constantly adapts through practice, subtly reshaping itself with every experience. Chapter 55. Your brain stores implicit and explicit memory differently. Skills like typing reside in the basal ganglia, while facts sit in the hippocampus. This division allows multitasking and efficiency. Implicit memory operates automatically, freeing conscious thought for new learning. Understanding this separation improves skill mastery, memory techniques, and daily performance, showing how the brain organizes knowledge. Chapter 56. Humans overestimate control in random events. The illusion of control occurs when the brain interprets chance as skill. Gambling, superstition, and risky behavior often stem from this bias. Awareness reduces impulsivity and improves decision-making. Your brain constantly searches for causality, even in randomness, highlighting the subtle interplay between perception and reality. Chapter 57. Your brain experiences stress differently depending on perception. The same event can feel threatening or exciting. The amygdala and prefrontal cortex interpret context and past experience, shaping emotional response. Mindset can convert stress into motivation. Your brain's interpretation matters as much as the event itself, proving perspective shapes physiology and behavior. Chapter 58. Humans have a negativity bias. Bad experiences leave stronger impressions than good ones. The brain prioritizes threats to enhance survival. Yet gratitude and positive reflection can rewire neural circuits, improving mood and perception. Awareness of this bias allows intentional focus on positive details. Your mind emphasizes what matters for safety, subtly shaping daily experience. Chapter 59. Your brain learns through imitation. Mirror neurons fire when observing others' actions, creating understanding and empathy. This mechanism aids social learning, skill acquisition, and moral development. Even small gestures influence behavior. Awareness of this process improves teaching, communication, and relationships. Your mind constantly models the world through observation, linking perception with action seamlessly. Chapter 60. Sleep strengthens memory and clears toxins. During deep sleep, the brain consolidates learning, processes emotions, and reorganizes neural networks. Dreams simulate problem-solving and emotional rehearsal. Lack of sleep impairs cognition, attention, and mood. Your brain actively restores itself each night, demonstrating that rest isn't passive. It's essential mental maintenance for memory, creativity, and resilience. Chapter 61. Your brain reacts to rewards before you achieve them. Anticipation releases dopamine, motivating behavior even before outcomes occur. This explains excitement for goals, gifts, and achievements. The prefrontal cortex evaluates possibilities, while the limbic system triggers pleasure circuits. Your mind experiences future rewards in advance, shaping actions and decisions, highlighting how expectation can drive motivation as powerfully as reality itself. Chapter 62. Humans tend to mirror emotions unconsciously. Seeing someone happy or stressed activates similar brain regions, creating empathy. Mirror neurons simulate experiences internally, influencing mood and response. This social resonance strengthens relationships and understanding. Your brain doesn't just observe, it participates, subtly aligning your emotional state with others, reinforcing connection and cooperation in ways often unnoticed. Chapter 63. Your brain exaggerates first impressions. The primacy effect causes early information to dominate perception. Snap judgments are stored in memory with emotional reinforcement, shaping opinions long-term. Awareness of this bias allows better communication and fairer evaluation. Your mind prioritizes initial encounters, showing how subtle timing can guide social perception and decision-making. Chapter 64. Decision fatigue reduces mental energy. Each choice consumes glucose, making subsequent decisions harder and more error-prone. The prefrontal cortex tires from repeated activity. Routines, habits, and planning preserve energy for important choices. Understanding this helps structure work, learning, and daily life. Your brain functions best with focus and conservation, proving cognitive resources are finite and must be managed. Chapter 65. Your brain craves novelty. New experiences trigger dopamine, increasing attention, learning, and memory. Even small variations in routine boost creativity. The hippocampus encodes these moments more vividly than repetition. Novelty stimulates exploration and curiosity. By intentionally seeking fresh experiences, you reshape neural pathways, enhancing mental flexibility, engagement, and growth, showing how your mind thrives on change. Chapter 66. Humans naturally overestimate their abilities, known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. The prefrontal cortex misjudges skill versus performance, causing confidence gaps. Awareness of this bias improves learning, decision-making, and humility. Your brain often misinterprets competence, subtly influencing behavior and interactions, demonstrating how perception of self can diverge from reality. Chapter 67. Cognitive dissonance drives behavior change. When actions conflict with beliefs. Chapter 68. Your brain overestimates negative outcomes. The negativity bias amplifies threats, shaping attention and memory. This ancient survival mechanism persists in modern life, influencing decision-making and emotion. Positive reflection and gratitude can rebalance perception. Your mind prioritizes caution over comfort, subtly guiding focus, interpretation, and behavior, proving that survival instincts remain powerful influences today. Chapter 69. The brain fills gaps in perception. Blind spots and missing details are completed by predictive processing. The visual cortex anticipates continuity, creating seamless experience. This efficiency sometimes produces illusions. Awareness of this helps understand perception limits and cognitive shortcuts. Your mind actively constructs reality from partial information, showing that experience is a blend of observation and prediction. Chapter 70. Humans are wired to detect social cues quickly. Facial expressions, gestures, and tone activate mirror neurons and social cognition circuits. This rapid interpretation guides empathy, trust, and decision-making. Your brain processes subtle signals faster than conscious awareness. Recognizing this enhances relationships, communication, and understanding. Your mind constantly decodes others' intentions, shaping social navigation and interaction seamlessly. Chapter 71. Your brain processes emotions faster than reasoning. The amygdala reacts instantly to fear, anger, or joy, often before conscious thought. This rapid response helped ancestors survive, but can trigger overreactions today. Awareness of emotional impulses allows better control and decision-making. Your mind prioritizes feelings over logic, subtly influencing behavior in ways you rarely notice. Chapter 72. Humans are wired for pattern recognition. The brain rewards finding structure, even in randomness. This drives curiosity, learning, and problem-solving. Dopamine reinforces pattern detection, making it addictive. Awareness of this tendency can enhance creativity and critical thinking. Your mind constantly organizes information into meaning, shaping perception and guiding action without conscious effort. Chapter 73. Your brain can misattribute sources of memory. Sometimes imagined or suggested events feel real. The hippocampus blends facts with emotions, creating false memories. This explains why recollections differ among people. Recognizing memory's malleability helps in learning, storytelling, and legal contexts. Your mind reconstructs reality, proving memory is active, not passive. Chapter 74. decision-making is influenced by framing. The brain interprets 80% success differently from 20% failure, despite identical meaning. Prefrontal cortex evaluation affects perception and choice. Understanding this bias improves reasoning, negotiation, and self-awareness. Your mind doesn't process facts in isolation. It interprets context, subtly shaping actions and judgments. Chapter 75. Humans crave social validation. Approval triggers dopamine, reinforcing behavior. Likes, compliments, and recognition activate reward circuits, guiding choices. Awareness reduces dependency on external affirmation and strengthens self-motivation. Your brain prioritizes belonging and approval, showing that social connection drives both emotion and action in everyday life. Chapter 76. Sleep consolidates learning and memory. During deep sleep, neural connections strengthen, emotions are processed, and the brain clears toxins. Dreams simulate problem-solving, rehearsal, and creativity. Lack of sleep impairs attention, cognition, and mood. Your brain actively restores itself nightly, proving that rest is essential mental maintenance, not just downtime. Chapter 77. Humans are wired to imitate. Mirror neurons activate when observing others. Simulating actions internally. This mechanism facilitates learning, empathy, and social bonding. Small gestures influence behavior unconsciously. Awareness of this enhances teaching, communication, and relationships. Your brain constantly models the world through observation, linking perception and action seamlessly. Chapter 78. Your brain overestimates emotional impact of events. Predicted joy or fear often feels stronger than actual experience. Effective forecasting exaggerates outcomes, activating amygdala and prefrontal cortex. Understanding this bias improves decision-making and emotional regulation. Your mind guides behavior more by predicted feeling than reality, subtly shaping choices and expectations. Chapter 79. Humans detect threats faster than rewards. The amygdala prioritizes danger signals, sharpening attention and reaction. Negative news or events feel more impactful than positive ones. Awareness of this tendency improves emotional regulation and perspective. Your brain's threat detection is ancient, yet dominates perception, subtly guiding attention and daily decisions. Chapter 80. Your brain loves novelty. New experiences trigger dopamine, enhancing learning, memory, and creativity. Routine becomes less engaging, while small changes spark interest and growth. Novelty drives exploration and curiosity. By intentionally seeking fresh experiences, you reshape neural pathways, boosting mental flexibility and engagement. Your mind thrives on change, showing how innovation is rooted in biology. Chapter 81. Your brain reacts to rewards before they happen. Anticipation releases dopamine, motivating action even before outcomes occur. Goals, gifts, or Chapter 82. Humans naturally imitate. Mirror neurons fire when observing others, simulating their experiences internally. This mechanism enhances learning, empathy, and social connection. Small gestures influence behavior unconsciously. Awareness improves teaching, communication, and relationships. Your brain constantly models the world through observation, linking perception and action, making social learning an invisible but powerful force in everyday life. Chapter 83. Your brain exaggerates first impressions. The primacy effect stores early information with emotional weight, shaping opinions long-term. Snap judgments are reinforced by memory and emotion, influencing social interactions. Recognizing this bias allows fairer evaluation and better communication. Your mind prioritizes initial encounters, showing how timing subtly guides perception and relationships, often without conscious awareness. Chapter 84. Decision fatigue reduces mental energy. Each choice consumes glucose, making later decisions harder and more error-prone. The prefrontal cortex tires with repeated activity. Routines and habits conserve energy for important choices. Understanding this improves work, study, and daily life. Your brain functions best with focus and conservation, proving cognitive resources are finite and must be managed strategically. Chapter 85. The brain craves novelty. New experiences trigger dopamine, increasing attention, learning, and memory. Even small changes in routine boost creativity. The hippocampus encodes unique moments more vividly than repetition. Novelty stimulates exploration and curiosity. By seeking fresh experiences intentionally, you reshape neural pathways, enhancing mental flexibility, engagement, and growth, showing how your mind thrives on change. Chapter 86. Humans overestimate their abilities, known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. The prefrontal cortex misjudges skill relative to performance, creating confidence gaps. Awareness of this bias improves learning, decision-making, and humility. Your brain often misinterprets competence, subtly influencing behavior and interactions, demonstrating how perception of self can diverge from objective reality. Chapter 87. Cognitive dissonance motivates change. When actions... Chapter 88. The brain overestimates negative outcomes. Negativity bias amplifies threats, directing attention and memory toward danger. This ancient mechanism persists in modern life, influencing decision-making and emotion. Practices like gratitude can rebalance perception. Your mind emphasizes caution over comfort, subtly guiding focus, interpretation, and behavior, proving survival instincts still influence everyday thinking. Chapter 89. Your brain fills in gaps in perception. Blind spots and missing details are completed by predictive processing. The visual cortex anticipates continuity, creating seamless experience. Sometimes, this creates illusions. Awareness of this reveals perception's limits and cognitive shortcuts. Your mind actively constructs reality from incomplete information, showing that experience combines observation with prediction continuously. Chapter 90. Humans detect Chapter 92. Humans crave patterns. The brain rewards recognizing structure, even in random events. Dopamine reinforces pattern detection, driving curiosity, learning, and problem-solving. Awareness of this enhances creativity and critical thinking. Your mind constantly organizes information into meaning, shaping perception and guiding action without conscious effort, making pattern recognition a fundamental part of cognition. Chapter 93. Your brain can create false memories. Imagination, suggestion, or repetition can implant events that never happened. The hippocampus blends details with emotion, producing recollections that feel real. Eyewitness accounts often vary due to this. Recognizing memory's malleability improves learning, storytelling, and legal accuracy. Your mind reconstructs reality, proving memory is active, not passive. Chapter 94. Decision-making is influenced by framing. 90% success feels different from 10% failure, though identical. The prefrontal cortex evaluates context, shaping choices unconsciously. Understanding this bias improves reasoning, negotiation, and self-awareness. Your brain interprets context as much as facts, subtly guiding perception and decisions, showing how wording and presentation affect action. Chapter 95. Humans seek social validation. Approval triggers dopamine, reinforcing behavior. Likes, compliments, and recognition activate reward circuits, influencing choices. Awareness reduces reliance on external affirmation and strengthens self-motivation. Your brain prioritizes belonging and acceptance, showing that social connection drives both emotion and decision-making daily. Chapter 96. Sleep consolidates memory and clears toxins. During deep sleep, neural connections strengthen, emotions are processed, and learning is reinforced. Dreams simulate problem-solving and rehearsal. Lack of rest impairs attention, creativity, and mood. Your brain actively restores itself nightly, demonstrating that sleep is essential mental maintenance, not passive downtime. Chapter 97. Humans imitate naturally. Mirror neurons fire when observing others, simulating their experiences internally. This mechanism enhances learning, empathy, and social bonding. Awareness of this improves teaching, communication, and relationships. Your brain constantly models the world, linking perception and action, making social learning a subtle but powerful influence on behavior. Chapter 98. Your brain exaggerates emotional impact. Predicted joy or fear often feels stronger than reality. Effective forecasting activates amygdala and prefrontal cortex. Recognizing this bias improves decision-making and emotional regulation. Your mind guides behavior based on anticipated feelings as much as actual events, shaping choices and expectations subtly but powerfully. Chapter 99. Humans detect threats faster than rewards. The amygdala prioritizes danger, sharpening attention and response. Negative news or events feel more impactful than positive ones. Awareness of this tendency allows better emotional control and perspective. Your brain's ancient threat detection still dominates perception, subtly influencing daily decisions and behavior. Chapter 100. The brain thrives on novelty. New experiences trigger dopamine, enhancing learning, memory, and creativity. Routine becomes less engaging, while change sparks curiosity and exploration. By seeking new experiences, you reshape neural pathways, boosting flexibility, attention, and growth. Your mind thrives on change, showing how innovation and learning are rooted in biology and ancient survival instincts. Your brain shapes everything you do, often without you noticing. These 100 facts are just a glimpse of its incredible power. Remember, understanding your mind is the first step to mastering it. Thanks for watching, and keep exploring the fascinating world inside your head.